It is a pleasure to meet you all through this episode of The Outdoor Woman. This lockdown has brought in a great deal of emotions in every one of us. We are always precautious of the virus, we are bored because of the isolation, and most importantly, we are unaware of what is to happen after the lockdown period, that is, when the country goes back to its functioning mode. Well, not every one of us have to think the last part. Most of us just have to show up at work and keep doing the same thing that we did before. But things are difficult for business leaders. After nearly 3 weeks of internal lockdown and several weeks of international borders closing, which ultimately stops imports and exports, Indian economy has taken a huge hit. It really is too soon to tell the full extent of the economic damage the coronavirus has caused, but according to a research, India's recent run of economic growth is slowed to just 1% this year, and this is the lowest it has been for over 40 years. That being said, business leaders have a few demands for the central government to accept and the state government to implement. As we all know, without commerce, there would be no economy at all. Now let's see what those demands are. First one is about due dates with lenders. Extend due dates for repayment of debts, payment of interest, honoring LCs, BGs, etc. due from March to August 2020, and payments to banks, financial institutions, NBFCs, etc. should be extended by at least 3 months. Also, correspondingly, the norms for classification of NPAs. Extending period for classification of NPAs for 90 to 180 days, including DCCO, that is, date of commencement of commercial operations, for the projects under implementation. Next one is about ad hoc loans and facilities. Ad hoc loans or facilities by the lenders for 6 to 12 months for the amount of installments and interest due should be extended for 6 months period from March to August on concessional rate of interest. The next one is about additional loan facilities. Additional loan facilities of 10 to 15% should be extended for 6 to 12 months to all borrowers of the existing working capital facilities on concessional rate of interest. One-time restructuring to non-MSME should be allowed till August 2020, or creation of WCDL toward part of CC limit without classifying them restructuring should be allowed, as drawing power would be difficult to be met. Interchangeability of CC, LC, BG limits without assessment for 6 months should be allowed. Bill discounting facility on ad hoc basis to new borrowers on concessional rate of interest without collateral security should be allowed. Business owners also request that all changes of time and schedule for loans should not be reckoned as restructuring under the present norms and should not be classified as NPA and should not attract any provisioning norms in order not to impact the bank's balance sheet. This should be allowed for a period of 1 year. Extending maximum period of running corporate insolvency resolution process under IBC for 90 to 180 days is also requested by business people. Certain subsidies like salaries being given out for employees during this lockdown period may be subsidized by the government so that employees are not deprived of basic requirements. And the last request is to suspend IBC immediately, at least for 6 months. Considering the slowdown, uncertainty and lockdown, these demands are essential for the country's economy. These measures would certainly support the business world in facing the unexpected and uncontrollable challenges. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay connected with us. This is Nisha PS.